My milk for free. Suckled Brats 16. Lactation Erotica BDSM Erotica Free Use Erotica. Written by Millie King. Narrated by Edie Olliver. My milk for free. Suckled Brats 16. I guess you guys could call it free use, but in our world we just call it normal. If the moment takes us, we act on our impulses, and everyone here is absolutely fine with that. It's embedded in the culture of our society. You might find it strange, but if I walk down the street and see a guy I want to fuck, it could only be a matter of seconds before I've got his hard cock deep in my wet pussy. Likewise, I've been stopped on the way to work before by several guys who all took it upon themselves to give me the fucking of a lifetime. Everything here is fair game if you give off the right signals. For my gangbang, I wore a pair of crotchless pants. When I fucked that guy before, he had the front of his pants open, which is another signal. There are little cues that we give each other. Everyone knows the code. You advertise what you want and wait for the right person to come along. Whenever my tits got too full of milk, the signal was more than a little overt. I'd bunch them together, hanging them out the front of a custom-made t-shirt that you could buy in some of the clothing stores here. It pushed them up and out, making them look like udders that sat on my chest. I was never short of a guy or two that found himself thirsty. One thing that was still off limits, though, and something that our two worlds seem to share, is that doing any of this with someone considerably older than yourself is somewhat forbidden. Everyone has to draw the line somewhere. But because of this, a subculture had arisen. The risky nature of age gap sex was a huge turn-on for all sections of society. And when all of our other boundaries had been smashed, we set our sights on these new horizons. I'd seen a few instances in the past. I remember when one of my friends from college had her father over to stay, and he and another girl wound up fucking in the hallway. Got to be honest, it was hot to watch. None of us spoke a word of what we saw, and I secretly found myself incredibly jealous of what Kendra had done. Cassie's dad was in his 50s. Naturally, thoughts of fucking an older guy were never far from my mind. I think the opposite is true too, in that a 50-year-old would love to get his hands on a 20-something. I found my college tutor, Mr. Williams, to be a particular tease. "Nice ass," he'd say, staring at it before class began.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?